Recording. All right. Straight into overall bias. Um, Sort of tricky. We kind of had two different things going on. So London ended up. It was very bearish. London ended up sweeping and reversing a little bit, but while doing that, we were tapping into this. Well, we can't see this 4-hour gap right here. Load. Bro, it does this every single time. It's starting to piss me off. Bang. All right. All right. So we had that. I was still kind of bullish, but I knew that we could end up respecting that for a little bit and maybe take out this liquidity first and move higher. Um, but I was overall pretty bullish, but I knew that we could have definitely respected the gap. So I was kind of 50-50, but definitely leaning towards bullish. Now I'm going to market open. And same thing was on M and Q as well. So market open, come up and do not take out these highs, but make a 5-minute bearish S&T once this closes bearish. Once that closed, we already took out these 5-minute lows, which would have been the first take profit, and M&Q is already at these London lows. So now I'm like, well, definitely not looking for any shorts. Like this, just not gonna happen. And we were also tapping into this hourly gap, so I'm like, definitely can't go short. By doing this though, we do make a gap, so I'm like, all right, well, if we do reverse, we might have some confluences. I wasn't really able to trade as much as I wanted to today because I had an orthodontist appointment. So like 9:40 to 10, I was in the car driving to it. So I was still on the market, but obviously not. I wasn't paying attention as much as I wanted to. And then once I got there, I just had to get off, which was like 10:05, 10:10. So I ended up missing a trade, but I'm not too mad about it. We ended up tapping back in this gap. Wait, Mike? All right, good. We ended up tapping back into that gap because we're really bearish out of it. Then fully sweep before we just made equal lows, fully sweep out hourly lows, which were London lows. Oops, gave you a sneak peek at what is to come. That's actually hilarious how big of a penis candle that was. So now I'm just, if I was trading, I'd just be like, all right, I'm just waiting for some up candles, which we ended up getting. And we end up inversing this gap. So now I'm like, all right, well, we're already so close. I do want some sort of retrace. We also break structure with that candle. We ended up wicking above this while making SM2 once this closes. So now I'm like, all right, well, MQ is already at these lows though, so SM2 is kind of gone. We need to take out hourly highs, but these hourly highs are hourly highs on MES, not MEQ. So I was still looking to go long because we still had one of them on one of the indexes, and the hourly high wasn't like previous day high, Asian London high. It was just some hourly high. So I'm like, well, usually we reverse out of Asian London or previous day high, and this is just some hourly high. So I'm not expecting like a full time frame reversal. And this is just me going through the back test, me just back testing the day. Because obviously I wasn't trading. We then get an S&T. There was no, was there 15? I don't think there's any other 15-minute confluences. By the time that closes, we make a 15-minute SMT, which low key, you could just enter off this. Um, yeah, I would have been, if we have a 5-minute and 15-minute SMT and the entry would be good. Like obviously you just made that gap, but I think just entering here, we obviously end up going up, but like say you entered off that and your stop loss, still 26 ticks. Mm. Price ends up invalidating this, although not on MEQ. I would look bearish in the moment. We didn't tap back into that gap, which I probably would have. Because if we have 5 and 15-minute S&P, I think I'd probably just enter off that realistically. Now sauce beneath the lows. Yeah, because like, although having that and validating this and tapping back into that gap is a lot more confidence. But I think there it's fine for entering, and then if I see that and I'm still bullish, I would enter more and something like that, and then price ultimately just STP. So I probably only would have held. I probably would have wanted to hit these highs because the whole trade was because we're not reversing off this. We would want to see this hit, and then we could potentially reverse. So I definitely would have only held to that. But off that 5-minute SMT, let's see if we would have gotten an entry. Mm. Yeah, I think it's like. Here, let me go back real quick. Mm-mm-mm. So SMT probably, yeah, you would have definitely had an entry off that. With invalidation. But even if not, I think getting in here would have been fine as well. Getting that tap in. Oh, so. Mm, would I have wanted? I think just entering there is totally fine because I would have 5-minute and 15-minute SMT. That's both has confluences. I would have entered more. Yeah. So definitely could have entered off this. I mean, with that gap, I think that's completely fine. This stop would be beneath this 5-minute low. Would still be within 24 ticks. Still a really good entry. And obviously, it's a much better entry than me hitting this low. So, yeah, that was it. Didn't trade at all. Would I definitely would have taken, if I would have missed that, I would have easily hit. Although I would have been, no, I would have been during 80. I could have traded. I would have definitely hit this. It was past 10:30, but for those confluences, that was at 10:30. We formed that. Probably would have stayed on the market. Yeah. Could have made money, but not mad about it, and glad I could learn. I'll see you guys. This is day 24, I think, something like that. See you tomorrow.